I got something very cool in the mail. Can't wait to share it with you. The latest Amari Music Talk. Hi, welcome to Amari Music Talk. I'm Richard Cole, and today I'm going to open up the mystery box. I ordered something cool, got it at a reasonable price, and I can't wait to share what it is with the rest of you. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a longtime listener, welcome back. And today we're going to open this up. Found this on Discogs for a very nice price. This is an item. It's out of print. And what copies that are available, chances are they're expensive, especially the CD is very expensive, very ridiculous prices, but I got very lucky and was able to find the vinyl at a nice price thanks to Papaya Records in Detroit. So Detroit representing. So thank you for sending this. So I'm going to open this up and share with you what it is. All right. Okay. So let's take a look and see what we got. Okay. Well, all right. So we can see why it was pretty reasonable, but what I did get was Madhouse 8, the full album on vinyl. Unfortunately, it's not the cover. What it does say is that it is a promotional or for promotion only. Ownership reserved by CBS Records. Sale is on the... Well, this might not be the actual sleeve that it came in. But it's nice to have the vinyl. So let's take a look and see. It's not in anti-static sleeve, but vinyl is in pretty decent condition. Probably do a little cleaning on it. I look better after that. But it's got all of the songs, tracks 1 through 8. Now, Madhouse, probably one of my favorite sort of Prince, what do you want to call it, side projects, protege acts. Both Madhouse 8 and 16 were very influential in a lot of things that I do. Basically, this album, it was just Prince and for the saxophone, Eric Leeds. At the time this was released, a friend of mine that you've heard on the show many times goes by the name of Alex B. I remember he got the vinyl back in 1987, and he was like, man, got this album. It said Paisley Park on it, and, I played it, and, it's all jazz, no singing or anything on it, but it's cool, So he made me a cassette. Eventually, I've got the cassette. I still have the cassette, by the way. Used to have the CD, both 8 and 16. I'm sorry, I don't have those. So hopefully one day those will get reissued at a reasonable price. But yeah, I mean, we both became fans of Madhouse. Kind of our gateway into jazz a little bit. I know, kind of like, a few years prior, just us just trying to do funk. And it was like, we were kind of jazz. I don't know. We don't know. But this is one of the things that kind of, I would say for me personally, fully took that deep dive into jazz more. I mean, my grandparents, dad, they had, jazz music playing or jazz records. And I mean, it was cool, but it was like, when you're 13, 14, 15, you just want to hear what's popping now. And certain things, it kind of takes a while to get hip to, or you don't get into things until college, per se. So, yeah, so by the time we kind of hit, 1920, this was, like I said, that gateway into jazz. And it was like, okay, well, let's pay more attention to it and get into it some more. So, um, sorry, there's no cover to it. That's the part of the whole Madhouse mystique at that time. You had Maneka Leitner on the cover of those Madhouse albums, and it's always a treat to have that on the cover. Um, it fit the concept. Um, and like I said, especially for me, um, I don't know if 8 or 16 is my favorite. I like them both, and I think probably for different reasons. But really, as far as like that first part of 1987, having that Madhouse. Like I said at the time, I just had the cassette, so I was just constantly playing the cassette, especially um, doing photography, and I kind of had like a little makeshift dark room in the house, and I would be up till 3, 4, 5 in the morning processing film and trying to make prints, without having to go to the photo lab, which becoming a professional, you take your stuff to the lab, but when you're trying to do personal stuff, then, you got time to experiment and play with things and things of that nature. So this was one of the things that I would just play like that, and probably like getting into more spring and summer. Um, of course, the Sign of the Times album, later on Jill Jones album, but the Madhouse was constant rotation for me in the early part of 1987. So, like I said, this is cool. Like I said, this was reasonably priced, and I mean, even without the cover, I mean, it's the album itself looks good. Um, can't wait to play it. I don't think I've ever listened to it on vinyl. Like I said, I've always heard it via cassette, CD. So I'm really looking forward to still taking a deep dive. Maybe I can find the cover. If somebody has a cover, just the cover and no vinyl, hey, holla at me, leave me a comment, and, we can hook that on up. So, but Madhouse 8, the first Madhouse album, tracks 1 through 8. And probably once I listen to the vinyl, I will do a, kind of a review, maybe just on Patreon. So be sure to become a supporter on Patreon. Currently running a 7-day free trial at the $1 tier. We're making a lot of changes to that channel, so making it more worthwhile. So if you kind of just want to dip your toe in, then do that $1 level. Like I said, free 7-day trial. You still get early access to videos, bonus content, and shout outs as well. So, so in a nutshell, that's my Madhouse vinyl, and look forward to doing the next episode. I know I keep talking about the one, what if Purple Rain flopped? That will be coming soon. I just have to still put my notes together, and I want to make that a really good video. So hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, become a Patreon supporter. And until then, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out my music as well. And see you next time. So until then, create your day, create your life. Peace.